The unitary system theory of bilingualism. This theory describes the stages a child goes through to become bilingual and has three stages. In the first stage, the child has a lexical system containing words from both languages. In the second stage, the child develops two separate lexical systems, distinguishing between the vocabularies of the two languages. And in the third stage, the child has almost completed the bilingual learning process with two distinctive lexical and syntactic systems. And initially, all linguistic information is stored in a single cognitive system. This theory provides a framework for understanding bilingualism and multilingualism as involving a single, integrated cognitive system rather than isolated linguistic compartments. Thank you.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Gabriela Cárdenas, and I'm going to talk about the dual system theory. It says that our brain uses two different ways to think and make decisions. These are called System 1 and System 2. The System 1 is the fast thinking. We have four characteristics about this: quick and automatic, that works very fast and without us thinking about it. The two is intuitive and emotional, that use our feelings and gut reactions to make quick choices. The third is can make mistakes because it's so fast it can sometimes be wrong. And the fourth is everyday use. It helps us in daily tasks where we need to decide quickly. And the system two is slow thinking. We have four characteristics too. There is slow and deliberate that takes time and requires us to focus. The second is logical and careful that use very careful because we need to thought to make decisions. And more accurate, that is less likely to make mistakes, but it takes more effort. And finally, for complex problems, that use when we need to solve difficult problems or make big decisions. Example about this is when we make a decision when we are buying something expensive. The system one might lead to an impulsive buy, while system 2 help us think about if we really need it or not. In learning too, the system 1 help us read quickly once we learn how, but the system 2 help us understand and analyze the new information. And also we have advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of system 1, that is fast, efficient, good for quick response, and disadvantages is can make mistakes and be biased. The system 2 is the advantages is careful and accurate, good for thought problems, but the disadvantages that is slow and requires more effort. Thank you, teacher, and let's continue with my part.
Good evening, dear teacher and classmate. Today I talk to you an interesting topic. It's about the tripartite system theory in the context of bilingualism. Proposed by Unitary and Whitaker in 1978, this theory suggests that the bilingual brain has as many systems as the number of a language person nouns. Each system stores the linguistic information specific to each language that is not common to both. Information that is common to both languages is stored once in a common system. This theory explains phenomena such as the loss of a single language in the event of a brain injury and the mixing of languages due to connection between the system. However, it has significant limitations. For example, it cannot explain why an elemental in one language can be inaccessible while its counterpart in another language can be accessed in cases of bilingual aphasia. It also does not account for why different languages might recover at different rates brain injury, as noticed by Paradis in 2009. A recent study led by neuroscientists Katy Price at University College London reveals how the human brain is uniquely adapted to manage multiple languages, providing new perspective on bilingualism. Thank you.
The subsystem hypothesis in second language acquisition proposes that learners develop different subsystems or interlanguages, which are intermediate linguistic systems that increase as the students progress in their language of the target or second languages. These subsystems are not static but dynamic and changes over time as learners are exposed to more input or gain more experience with language. Here, errors in these subsystems can be seen as a natural part of the learning process, reflecting the learner's current stage of the development.
In multiple speaker. It is the relationship of the mutual dependence it is established when several languages come into contact. The format by the coordinate bilingual. It is a person who acquires both language in different contexts. The two languages belong to separate or independent systems in the same way coordinate bilingual tend to be consecutive bilinguals. The other is composite bilinguals. Characterized simultaneous bilingual in early childhood before age of 3. It merges the two languages at the concept level. This means that they have only one. Representation is supported by a series of empirical studies. And finally, the subordinate bilingualism means that the second language is the learning with the help of first or dominant language. This means that the worker's language is interpreted through the words of the strong or dominant language. Thank you.